Hi everyone, my name is Gnana Raju. I'm a certified nutritionist and wellness consultant and working for last 20 years. With my knowledge and information, whatever I have in the last 20 years, I would like to present you another wonderful, beautiful video on story of cholesterol and triglycerides and your lifestyle. This video will be definitely great help for you. So, but before that, let me introduce about myself. I am Gnana Raju, and along with my wife Cynthia Raju, we have been working in this field for last 20 years as nutritionist and a fitness consultant and personal wellness coach. And I was a former district registrar and the group on services of Andhra Pradesh government. For 10 years, I worked there, and later on I resigned and working as a health and wellness coach here. And there, in part of it, I also worked for 3 years in Center for Good Governance as a consultant. I did my MSc in zoology. I also had advanced diploma in nutrition fitness, certified in advanced clinical nutrition, certified nutrition fitness consultant, certified sports nutrition consultant, certified exercise science specialist, certified calisthenics trainer, duathlete and marathon runner and cyclist, and CPR AAD certified and Zumba instructor. So reach out to me. These are my details: Instagram, Facebook, website, YouTube, and email and phone numbers are given. And I was leading a simple, ordinary life like anybody before coming to this company, nutrition, and before becoming as a coach. So I was 26, 27 years. I was like this. Cynthia, 21, 22 years. She was also like this. And you can see me, tummy there at the age of 26, 27 years. I was working there here as Assistant Inspector General of Asian Stamps under Asian Stamps Department under Group One Service of Andhra Pradesh government. So then afterwards I changed, and I also worked as a district registrar, Nalgonda, Khammam, and Vijayawada places. So morning I go and come back my night. It used to be a very hectic job. So that is one of the reasons why I encouraged my wife to do something. In the first of it, we got this opportunity. Then we got more curious. Then came into uh, you know helping people health wise and wealth wise. And that one of the reasons why we came into this nutrition and fitness industry is because of my wife. You can see her on a lot of transformation, wonderful transformation. And Pink Saree, she was 22, 23 years now. You can see her now. She's 45 years and mother of two, big boys. And you can see me also there at my shirt there, full shirt at age 26, 27 years. Now I'm 53 years. Now we both are looking better and healthier and stronger. Then we got immense interest in wellness. We wanted to help a lot of people in terms of prevention of diseases and bringing the people, bring into healthy active lifestyle. That is one of the important reasons why I came into, here. Now I also do full marathon, that is running 42 kilometers full marathon. And my wife also does 10 kilometers running. And my children also into fitness and nutrition. You can see us lot of transformation. And we are growing our children also in world-class nutrition. You can see entire family now into fitness and nutrition. We changed really, we transformed ourselves. And you can see me there initially. I was also having tummy, now a lot of transformation. And we are all into fitness and nutrition and medals and all that. And we also happen to be teachers, trainers. We train a lot of people, health wise and wealth wise. Whatever we know, we try to contribute to the society also. If you really love helping people, you can also join us. And this some of my part of the Met teams. And we also do corporate presentations. And we are very fortunate to have our mentors, Jim Rohn. He's well-known business philosopher, and we also very fortunate to meet our brand ambassador, Medicom. And we happen to Herbalife happen to be, giving the sponsoring IPL. So there we were giving Herbalife Active Catch of the Match award. So me and my wife, we both given. We had the opportunity to give them to the players. And we also happened to meet Virat Kohli, our brand ambassador, and a wonderful, fitness. He's fitness enthusiast and he's crazy about wellness and fitness and nutrition. And we also fortunate to have one more brand ambassador, Cristiano Ronaldo. And we are so fortunate to meet Dr. Susan Bower, a registered dietitian. And we happen to get training from her, not only from her, but also Dr. Diana Ryan. She's also a sports nutritionist, Dr. Bradley, and Samantha Clayton. She's our fitness trainer. And we also happened to meet Dr. Vasilos Frankos. He is now ex-head of and dietary supplements. He has worked under US FDA. So Dr. David Heber, he is a master. He's my favorite, one of the all-time favorite professor. And you can see his awards. And I also happened to read his books, and we got a lot of wisdom and knowledge. And Dr. David Heber, Harvard doctor, professor, Dr. Luigi Grattan, they are all from Harvard. We are fortunate to get training from these kind of wonderful, people, wonderful scientists. Dr. Surgeon, 17th Surgeon General of America, Dr. Richard Henry Carmona. We happen to get training. So vast knowledge they have, so vast understanding they have. Let me share some of their thoughts and my thoughts along with put across in this video. And if you see this, media is now focusing on the everywhere, focusing on the heart attacks and, silent killer, hypertension and all these things. And India, we part of, this red zone, particularly for heart. So WHO says 5 Indians die of cardiovascular disease every minute. And as per WHO, World Health Organization, in India, 2/3 of these deaths are preventable, premature. It's not coming from the God. It actually we ourselves, doing mistakes. Every month, average hospital admits 150 young heart attack patients. So this talk speaks loud about the state of affairs. Unfortunately, even youngsters also falling prey to this. So let us go into the cholesterol and triglycerides part. And blood circulation, whenever this cholesterol interferes, usually ends up in heart problems, angina, and atherosclerosis and all that. And some of it also goes into the stroke, paralytic stroke, or brain stroke we call. So why it happens is because of bad cholesterol. So some of it you can see there, cholesterol, not just only cholesterol but also some kind of lipids. They interfere in the blood circulation, so causes traffic jam. So that causes actually end up in atherosclerosis because of inflammation, stiffening of the arteries, and the plaque buildup. So outside, doctors try to help a person who has this angina by inserting some balloon angioplasty balloons, So wherever the clots are there, where the plaque is there, to that extent they try to, little shed it, maybe keep it apart, like removing the traffic jam through balloon angioplasty, plus inserting the mesh-like kind of device, and later on removing the balloon. So mesh still remains. The mesh is called stent. So very expensive surgeries, and they only treat for the major blocks, not for the minor blocks. So you end up again in the minor blocks to eventually become into major blocks. So the root cause is here. The root is eating habits and lifestyle and exercise and fitness and all that. So that's what exactly I was trying to help you, talk to you, and enlighten you. And our arteries and veins, if you spread them, they actually go, blood circulation go almost 60,000 miles in a day, or about 1 lakh kilometers in a day. So much. It's just like traveling twice the earth globe. So much the blood circulation happening. So anywhere the clots can happen. So one of the reasons is thrombus. Whenever any wound happens, injury happens, naturally the blood circulation, blood gets clotted, right? That's called thrombus. Like inflammation, like, when you cut it, anything, so, like with a knife or the blade, similarly, some kind of thrombus will form, right? That's like a wound healing kind. The same thing happens with the cholesterol. Usually the cholesterol, particularly bad cholesterol, LDL, it cuts like a knife, like a scissors or a blade, very sharp cutting. So wherever it goes. So that is the reason why LDL is always bad. Naturally, thrombus will form. That actually, wherever extra already fat is there accumulated, this thrombus additionally causes this problem. So obesity is the mother of all diseases. That's the reason why better to come out of obesity and overweight. 70%, as much as 70% of obesity people are prone for cardiovascular disease. 70%, you can understand. 80% of obese people are prone for type 2 diabetes. So that's the reason why we have to be very, very careful, particularly with reference to bad cholesterol and triglycerides and obesity, abdominal obesity or pot belly obesity. And one of the reasons why heart gets affected is enlarged heart. Why that enlarged? Heart is like a pump. right? Instead of pumping like this, it will pump like this so many times. Why? It actually stretches. It forms a lot of difficulty in pumping. Why? Because of overweight or obesity. It's just like think about instead of house, your house is 2 floors. You require so much of pump, water pump to send the water to the tank and it again brings you back, right? So now instead of 2 floors, same motor, is it okay if you keep on building your building house for 10 floors and keeping the same motor? No, this motor will not be sufficient. It cannot pump so much. So naturally it will go off. It explodes. If this pump goes, motor pump goes, okay, you can replace with another pump. But if this pump goes, heart enlarges and later explodes. So naturally it ends up in death. So dangerous cases. So that's the reason why obesity is very dangerous. So don't even look for extra weight of 5 kilos also. Extra 4 5 kilos. Extra weight also causes pressure on the heart and other organs in the body. Excuse me. There are a lot of medical complications of obesity, coronary heart diabetes, dyslipidemia, hypertension, so many pancreatitis and non-alcoholic fatty liver. Sometimes fatty liver also could be because of alcoholic also. So now you have to understand where exactly this fat is there. Sometimes some will be in subcutaneous under the skin. Some will be in the visceral areas. You can see this yellow color, whatever is spreading, the yellow color called visceral fat. So now this visceral fat, wherever is there in the organ, sometimes it could be there at the heart, it could be there in the liver. Okay, it's dangerous because it causes inflammation. If you cut open the stomach, it will be like this yellow color. So this causes inflammation. It also causes, fatty liver. When the visceral fat increases, ends up in liver also turns into fatty liver. Actually, liver is the main organ that will metabolize the fat. So that itself becomes fatty. So now they're like a police becoming, um, thief. So what will be the situation for a body? Think about it like that. The fatty liver actually damages the entire body. Metabolism goes down and everything goes down. Now, when doctor advises to go for a lipid profile, what does it mean? Lipid profile indicate these four: HDL content, LDL content, triglycerides, and total cholesterol content. Let me explain each and everything over a period of time. Don't worry. So cholesterol is the total cholesterol includes LDL, HDL, and triglycerides. There are also ratio between LDL and HDL ratio. So these will be monitored by a doctor. So let me explain about cholesterol levels. You can see this chart: green color, yellow color, and red color. Green is okay, very good. Yellow is not good. The border dangerous. Red color is dangerous. So under 200 cholesterol is okay. 200 to 239 total cholesterol is not okay. Border 240 and above dangerous. Similarly, you can see this chart and you can understand LDL means bad cholesterol. HDL means good cholesterol. What is cholesterol problem is if the good cholesterol is supposed to be good, that is it has to be bigger, higher. The HDL is supposed to be high in the blood. Instead of becoming high, it becomes low levels. That is cholesterol problem. Similarly, LDL cholesterol is a bad cholesterol, not supposed to grow higher levels. It has to be low. LDL is bad, low density lipids. Instead of becoming low, it increases number, size. So naturally it becomes bad. So that is a cholesterol problem again. So that means the ratio between HDL and LDL should be always, should be low. It should be certain level. It should not go beyond. So now let us understand about total cholesterol. I'll discuss of total cholesterol. Let us understand HDL cholesterol. You should be total cholesterol. HDL cholesterol is always supposed to be higher. So more than 60 mg per deciliter. That is supposed to be desirable. What is LDL cholesterol? It should not be more. It should be less than 100 mg by deciliter. Triglyceride should be less than 150 mg by deciliter. So these are the indicators. Now let me explain a little bit more about the lipids. So lipids are nothing but fats, right? Fat contents called lipids. Now what is basically fat? Fat is something extra energy stored in the body. Like 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 calories of energy stored in the body. This is 100, 100 grams of fat means 9 into 100, 900 calories of excess energy stored in the body. If it is 1 kg excess fat, 1 kilo excess fat or 1 kilo overweight means 1000 grams into 9 means 9000 calories of excess energy stored in the body. So now you can understand, say for 10 kilos, 20 kilos, how much of the excess fat is stored in the body. That has to be sent out because you have to treat body like a temple. You should not keep it like a dustbin. So now these lipids, some are good, some they are required to be there. So good cholesterol is supposed to be there, some good fat are supposed to be there. But when it becomes excess, then it becomes a problem. Now, to understand this problem, this nomenclature, there's a classification for lipids. They usually divide into three: simple, compound, and derived lipids. What are simple lipids? They are triglycerides and waxes. Triglycerides again divide into glycerol and fatty acids, right? So these are the simple. Okay, waxes is something like a honeycomb, like honeycomb. Sometimes when you extract the comb, then the honeycomb will be there left out. So now under the fatty acids, again there are a lot of fat types like saturated fatty acids, unsaturated fatty acids. The fatty acids which are stable in the room temperature, I mean they are solid in room temperature, called saturated fats. For example, non-veg. Like if you eat non-veg, any non-vegetarian food, usually the fat is called as saturated fats or saturated fatty acids, right? Suppose butter is there, which is room temperature solid, like vanaspati, butter, then sometimes, um, creams, mayonnaise, ice creams, they are saturated fats, right? So now what are unsaturated? Saturated fats are not good. You should not cross more than 11% in a diet. Unsaturated fats, unsaturated fatty acids comes in two types. One is MUFA and PUFA. Monounsaturated fatty acids and polyunsaturated fatty acids. Mono and poly, they are both are good, right? Examples are MUFA, monounsaturated fatty acid, oleic acid, polyunsaturated omega-3 fatty acid, linoleic acid, and linoleic acid, something like that. Then let us come into compound lipids. There are two major kinds, phospholipid and glycolipid. When the lipids are the chemistry wise, they are bonded with the phosphate link, naturally called phospholipid. If the link is, the chain is linked with the glycogen or glucose, the glycolipid. So there are again two types, cerebrosides and gangliosides, right? So let us come to derived lipids. Derived lipids, again, there are three major categories: steroids, sterols, and carotenoids. Steroids come, sex hormones and bile acids comes under steroids. What is bile juice or bile comes under the juice created by the liver called bile acids or bile juice. So sex hormones, woman and men. Man hormones testosterone. Woman, we have estradiol or estrogen and progesterone becomes under steroids. Then sterols are there. Under sterol, this cholesterol will come. Okay, there are chemical forms like cholesterol, ergosterol, all that comes under sterols. Carotenoids, carotene and carotene xanthophyllus, all those comes under derived, carotenoids. Got it? I hope you understood overall structure. But both, by and large, they are all like cousins. Let me come a little bit more about cholesterol and triglyceride. Some people say, what is the exactly different? Both are same. By and large, same. Both will do the damage. Cholesterol is bad, means good cholesterol is okay. Bad cholesterol not okay. Triglycerides also causes inflammation. They causes heart attack, causes stroke, those kind of things. They usually stiffen the arteries, causes a lot of damage. So both are bad. Now, but chemistry wise, triglycerides have three. You can see these three fiber like chain like structures are there chemistry wise. So that's why three cycles are there. That's why three chains are there called triglycerides, right? Cholesterol is something like this. Okay, waxy fat like substance. So now if you see here, cholesterol and triglycerides, the structurally by and large the same, but triglycerides have three, thread-like figure, whereas cholesterol is something like this. You can see this. And fatty acids, saturated, unsaturated fatty acids, all are by and large the same. You can see this. Monounsaturated fatty acids, polyunsaturated fatty acids. This chemistry wise, they are little carbon bond, the chain where is unsatisfactory, then what is the position of the carbon chain. That all matters. That little complicated, though I don't want to go into this. I don't want to confuse you. But you will understand by looking at this that by and large all are like a cousins, right? and cholecalciferol, like vitamin D, usually the chemistry form, cholecalciferol, vitamin D, is a precursor, meaning cholesterol also causes this, useful for vitamin D making. Aldosterone, the hormone. So many hormones are made up of cholesterol. That means if you don't have good cholesterol, these hormones will not be there. So cortisol is also one kind of hormone, but usually we call it bad hormone because stress cortisol will build up. When you don't have proper sleep, cortisol will happen. Okay, estradiol, estrogen. I said woman hormones. Estradiol brings to estrogen, and progesterone, also woman hormone, gynec hormone. Testosterone, male sex hormone, right? So these are like by and large made up of these kind of carbonic bonds, organic compounds. Now you understand this. So it's like a structure, chemistry structure. Okay, organic compounds. Cholesterol function. Then why cholesterol is there? Cholesterol also required to the body. Why? Because brain likes cholesterol. Of course, good cholesterol is required, not bad cholesterol. Nervous tissue. Most of the nervous tissue, like nervous senses, eyes and cerebral column, like spinal cord, nervous system, sensation, sensory organs, all that required. Even skin membranes of the cells also made up of cholesterol. And so lipoproteins, lipids and protein, both are required. Adrenal glands, they also require this kind of thing. So now essential biological functions. So they're precursors of vitamin D. You can see this. Okay, vitamin D, to make it, this cholesterol is required. Lipoproteins is required. Plasma lipoproteins. Steroid hormone precursor, I said aldosterone, cortisol, progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, you require this. And bile acid synthesis, liver juice, and nerve fiber and membrane fluidity, membrane homeostasis. All this is vitamin. This cortisol is required. So now 70 to 80% is available in esterified form, but free cholesterol about 30% is there. And now, as I said earlier, by and large, it's all the same component. And LDL called bad cholesterol, HDL called good cholesterol. You understood about the structure. Now, I'll tell you why exactly they call bad cholesterol, so get to know. Now, HDL is high density lipids, meaning if you see the structure, a lot of density is there, dense, viscous. Okay, a lot of cells are there. That's the reason why good cholesterol, it has HDL, high density lipids. Whereas the LDL, the bad cholesterol, it also has very less density. If you see the structure, it has less cells, lipid cells, right? So if you see this structure, you'll get to know properly. The left side is low density lipids are bad cholesterol. Full right is extreme high density lipids, meaning good cholesterol, HDL. Both, HDL has lot of cells. You can see that density is more, whereas low density is left side. But in between is called ideal, intermediate density lipids, right? So neither this nor the intermediate. So now what is bad cholesterol? LDL is called bad cholesterol, HDL is called good cholesterol. Understand this. Let me comment a little more about the metabolism, cholesterol and this kind of metabolism. There are two things to understand. One is exogenous lipid pathway, endogenous lipid pathway. What is exogenous? Exo means outside. Now, when it is not in the liver, the metabolism not in the liver is called outside, exogenous lipid pathway. Particularly when you eat food, some other cholesterol, some other triglycerides, some other fat, digest here in the mouth and intestine and the stomach and small intestine, all that comes under exogenous um, lipid pathway. Endogenous means what is actually digested in the liver or metabolized in the liver. That's called endogenous pathway. Now, if you see this again, you'll get to understand. Don't worry about too much. Just to have a look so that you will have an overall picture of cholesterol metabolism. When you eat fat, dietary fat and blood cholesterol or inside body fat. So dietary fat is different from body fat, right? Dietary cholesterol is different from body cholesterol. There I want to tell you. If you eat bad fat, meaning, if you eat junk food and all that, so do you think cholesterol will form? Yes and no. If you eat moderately, compulsory cholesterol need not form. But if you eat excess, definitely there is a chance to form. So sometimes some young people can digest a lot of junk food also. So that's the reason why there is no compulsory, you cannot say that, the compulsory, there is no correlation between what you eat, dietary fat, and the blood cholesterol. Recently, scientists discovered this concept called through meta-analysis, metadata analysis, through computer studies. Suppose if you eat 510 eggs also, need not that a 510 eggs will convert into cholesterol. Got it? So some people with the age, even if it 1 to X also, they are already prone for cholesterol. They may get cholesterol. So that is the reason why there is not compulsory, but usually there is no relation. It all depends on your ability to digest the cholesterol. Got it? I hope you got the point. So this exogenous pathway, if you see this dietary fat taking to intestine, they form chylomicrons. I'll get to know, introduce that chylomicron concept eventually later. Then it will go into blood capillaries through lipoprotein, lipase, enzyme, and all that. And endogenous cholesterol, what is going into liver? From there, dietary cholesterol goes to liver, and there, some pathways are there. I'll get to know. Don't worry about it. Step by step. IDL, HDL, VLDL, all that. Get to know. So lipids transport, you remember, lipids are required, proteins are required to bind the lipids. Why? Because lipids, basically, they are soluble. Fats are soluble in the fats. They are not water soluble, meaning if you put oil in the water, water is different from oil. Water and oil will not be mixed, right? So that's the reason why blood is like a water. So blood will not, cannot take all the lipids. So there should be some medium where they can be transported. So proteins actually bind the lipids and take them along in the blood circulation. Got it? That's why they call lipoproteins. I'm going to show you through lipoprotein. There are different names are the apolipoproteins and all. So micelle like complex composed of all phospholipids, cholesterol, and protein all together. They go like a micelle. In this chart, you'll get more clarity. If you see, there are numbers also given: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? You can see these numbers. The flow is also given. So when you eat food through the stomach and intestine, then it will pass to blood circulation, lymph, and lymph is something in between the blood and the body tissue. That's called like a waterish kind, called lymph. From there, it will go to bloodstream, right, in the arteries. So now it is in between, it's called chylomicrons. These chylomicrons, they are carry triglycerides from small intestine to body cells. They carry this, chylomicrons. We call it like a, I said, remember, this is called, they all form like a complex. So this is called chylomicrons. Number two, chylomicrons, the remnant travels to liver for disassembly, means they have to be separated again, right? So there, again, in the liver, certain things will happen. There, VLDL means very low density lipids. So LDL has VLDL also. Low density lipids include very low density lipids also, meaning when LDL is bad, VLDL also bad, right? Only HDL is good. High density lipids is good. Now, certain things whenever it goes to liver. Number three, VLDL produced by liver brings more triglycerides to body cells. So then form into VLDL cells into body tissues. Why body requires triglycerides and good fat? I said, remember, some fat also required to transport like vitamin D. Like there are fat soluble vitamins, remember? A, D, E, K. They call fat soluble vitamins. B complex and C vitamins called water soluble vitamins. Now this when you eat food, this vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, they are also required to be absorbed into the body. So that's why minimum fat is also required. So I said 10 to 11% of cholesterol also, saturated fat also required. Remember I said, so that's what. So it will also send to different organs, particularly brain and nervous system and all that. So now VLDL becomes ideal, meaning it loses some of the things, lipid, and becomes intermediate density lipids. Then rich and then cholesterol rich LDL as triglycerides are removed. Triglycerides are removed. Then the fifth part is LDL delivers cholesterol to the body cells. It will send the cholesterol to the body cells. The number six, HDL picks up excess cholesterol and delivers to the liver for use or disposal. This is the reason why HDL is called good cholesterol. Sixth point, please understand, please remember this. Good cholesterol is called good cholesterol because it tries to remove the bad cholesterol, right? So like enemy kind. HDL, what it does is, wherever the bad cholesterol is, the LDL is there, triglycerides are there, that they take it and send it to liver. Liver is like a factory. So that's the reason why liver try to remove some impurities and try to send it to the blood circulation properly. So it will take care of the overall things, metabolism. I hope you got it. So that's the reason why when HDL is more in number, LDL usually will go down. Okay. But when HDL is not so great, LDL will be more higher. Okay, but this necessity will not be all the time. When liver is damaged, liver is fatty liver is do not able to metabolize, then how much our HDL cannot do much. So liver is damaged. So the HDL try to send it to liver, but liver cannot able to metabolize. So bad cholesterol will keep on floating in the body. This is the ratio gets disturbed. Right? I hope you got getting it. So there are lipase, lipoprotein lipase, convert triglycerides to fatty acids and glycerol. Their chemistry cycle. So I hope I did not confuse you, but I got some idea. Now, if you see this picture, also you get to understand through intestine when you eat food, the chylomicron send through blood circulation. Then this chylomicron remnant, then some of it will be sent to the liver. Some will also send it to IDL, and the LDL all goes to the liver. Liver is the main place for removing all the bad cholesterol and send it to good cholesterol, right? So this is how the cycle will be, and sometimes the reverse also will happen. And I was telling chylomicrons, nothing but like a total proteins, apoprotein. There is apoprotein, you can see this, all complexes. Okay, so micelle kind. So they all form like this kind of cells, they form like a total cycle. From intestine, that's why edible when cholesterol eating, in called outside cholesterol, outside all throughout the body is called what? Exogenous. What is made inside the liver is called endogenous metabolism. You understood it. Now there is one word called macrophages. What is this macrophages in the arteries? White blood cells, they are called policemen in the body. Policemen try to remove the thieves, right? Police always police. So fat, extra fat comes, it damages the body, no? So these white blood cells, they try to eat that, excess fat, it comes and try to become bulk. Try to, it will not allow it to be spread throughout the body. So then, because of eating all the fat, it also becomes like a big cell called macrophage, eating all the fat, becomes big cell and break off because it cannot able to contain. It's like a suicide. White blood cells actually they are helping us that way. So these macrophages, they eventually become like a firm cells, eventually make form like a clot in the blood circulation. They causes these blocks. So white blood cells, because we cannot say because of white blood cells, it is because of you are eating a lot of fat. So white blood cell, they don't know what to do. They try to save you by removing all the fat, but they helpless because a lot of fat is coming. So they become firm cells, they form macrophages. So that causes clots in the body, traffic jams in the blood circulation. Got it? So these are some of the things, by and large, the same thing. I was telling apolipoprotein, remember? Lipids and proteins, cholesterol, triglyceride structure, I was telling you, remember? Okay, then these will, chylomicrons will eventually become VLDL to IDL to LDL and HDL. These are the pathways. By and large, the same. Now we understand whole thing now, right? Let us come into the functional part. What are the risk factors for high cholesterol? Now, because of high cholesterol, obesity forms. And because of obesity, also cholesterol forms. They are like a jiggery friends, right? So that's the reason why obesity should not be. That affects the cholesterol and heart. Smoking also contribute for high cholesterol and heart. Number three, lack of exercise. People do sitting all the time, sedentary lifestyle. So that's why exercise actually, some of bad cholesterol will be removed. Exercise helps you that way. So you shouldn't be sitting. Sitting is like a smoking, right? So poor diet. The people eat junk food now. So the poor diet also causes, cholesterol to pile up, bad cholesterol to pile up. Age is an important indicator. You cannot able to metabolize with the age, right? Well, that's the reason why young people can able to eat and digest, but old people difficult. That's the reason they should be much careful while eating. And diabetes people, I said, remember diabetes and cholesterol, heart, all friends. So make you again problematic. So that's called metabolic syndrome. What is syndrome? Not one disease. Syndrome means many diseases put together. Like, they're like pull you into death trap. So metabolic syndrome is something many diseases that pull your metabolism down. So why? Which are the things? Number one, blood glucose, mean diabetes. Number two, high blood glucose. Number two, high BP. Number three, high lipid profile. Number four, large big waistline. Tummy is coming out. So that is why, because fat, more tummy, bigger the waistline, shorter the lifeline. Low HDL levels. Good cholesterol should be high. Instead, it becomes low. All put together comes under metabolic syndrome. This metabolic syndrome for women, heart disease, lipid problem, hypertension, type 2 diabetes, dementia, memory loss, cancer, PCOD, non-alcoholic fatty liver, those kind of things. Similar thing will happen with even men also, similar thing. So metabolic syndrome, you can check. Again, these are five things are there. Low, high blood sugar, high blood BP, high LDL, then high triglycerides, excess fat around the waist. Then you can say we are coming under metabolic syndrome. Now, where are the most of the time sources of cholesterol? Usually non-vegetarian diet. Okay, so that's why Herbalife, we always provide plant-based diet. But I'm not telling non-veg is all non-veg is bad. But usually in the non-vegetarians, particularly the sources, including the milk, egg yolk, and seafoods, dairy product, they have a lot of cholesterol. But cholesterol also required minimum. That's the reason why minimum cholesterol required, minimum fat is required. So, but milk is very good, egg is very good. But what to do? So that means you have to remove that excess fat. So milk, if you remove minus that fat, then milk is good. Milk and egg are the best sources of almost their calorie, less, and actually egg is calorie less, about 100 calories, but nutrition dense. Milk is also nutrition dense, except with vitamin C, almost all vitamins are there. So that's why they are, egg and milk are very good. So, but there are also some minuses. So that's why they remove the fat content. Yolk is also good, but if you eat too many times, sometimes you cannot able to digest. Seafood like prawns and crabs, they are good because in terms of protein wise lean, but it also has cholesterol. So be careful about too much consumption. Moderate consumption always good. Dairy products. Bile. Sometimes people eat a lot of liver. Okay, only liver eat. So when you eat liver, naturally bile comes and you increase the cholesterol. Intestinal secretion, sometimes, medical medications and all those kind of things will happen. So the fats, I said about three types. One is saturated, another is mono and polyunsaturated fats. Saturated fat should not be more than 11% in our diet. Okay, poly, PUFA and MUFA should be more. They are good cholesterol, good fatty acids. So that means body requires fats also. Some people don't eat fat. They say, sir, I don't eat, any oil, sir. I totally avoid oil. That is also bad. Why? When you don't eat oil, then how fat soluble vitamins get digested? So you require good fat also for, how health is functioning of the metabolism. So that's why you require to, this is a very delicate science. You should not eat too much. You should not eat too less also. Balance, you require balanced diet. And that's the reason why you require some coach help. Saturated fat, you should not eat so much. So polyunsaturated fat is very good. Monounsaturated fat is also okay. So particularly non-veg, as you can see this, red meat is not good. You can go for a white meat, like white meat from the duck or the fish or the chicken is okay. But from the mutton, bigger the animal, bigger the fat. So those fat actually comes under saturated fat, not good. Vegetable oils consumption should be lesser. Vegetable oils, right? Like soya oil, and you can see sunflower oil, safflower oil comes under vegetable oils. Should be less. So causes of high cholesterol, foods high intake of, I said about, you can see this, junk foods, and already I explained a certain example. But more of fruits and vegetables, good. Okay, more of fruits and vegetables, but more of ocean caught fish, not regular fish, but ocean caught fish is very good. So genetics also there, but we cannot do anything genetics. But what you can do with the smoking, you can cut down. Active exercise you can do. I can avoid, come down, remove medications as much you can with the help of doctor, and don't go with other chronic disease because they're all connected. They're friends. So I was telling about bakery, bakery and sweets. Don't go to the bakeries and sweets so often. Why? Lot of saturated fat is there. Lot of butter will be there in the biscuits, biscuits and cookies and all that. Why? If you see bakery items, how they make, lot of butter will be added. So saturated fat, not good. So full fat, instead of full fat dairy, you can go low fat or slim milk and all that. Red meats, try to avoid as much you can. Try to avoid processed meats, fried foods, always avoid. Fried is Kentucky KFC, Kentucky fried chicken or deep fried, whenever you dip in the oil, like a puri, pani puri, all our cousins, some kind of bhujia, snacks, they dip in the oil. So they have trans fats. So don't have them. Pastries, fatty meats, and fatty dairy products, deep fried foods, chips, crackers, coconut palm oil. They also comes in partially here. So that's the reason why you have to approach it proper wellness consultant, coach, then you have to take all this. So that's the reason why many people also ask me, sir, can I eat eggs or no? I'm doing exercise, gymming, sports. Definitely is good, but be careful about portion sizes, how much you take it. Some young people they can digest even 5, 6 eggs also cholesterol will not form. So some people, aged people, even if take 1, 2 eggs also cholesterol could be forming. So be careful. But usually the science has proved that edible fat is different from blood fat. Okay. What is eaten not necessarily will contribute to cholesterol. Remember this. So the fat, the yellow part of the egg is comes under good fat. Okay. So egg has a very good HDL to LDL ratio. So that is it. In an egg you can safely have it if you can able to digest it. Then otherwise, if there is problem, then approach, check your, doctor or nutritionist or wellness coach, then accordingly you have to do. Omega-3 fats, they're very, very good. It comes under PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acids. It has good benefits on the brain and eye health and hormone support, inflammation, nervous system, blood sugar support, blood pressure, pregnancy, cholesterol support, breast health. You can see lung health. So much of benefits are the prostate and all that. Omega-3 to get it, you can see the ocean codfish like mackerel, salmon, eel, those kind of fishes. But unfortunately, in India, we don't get it. We get it salmon, but Norwegian salmon, that's expensive, but it has good omega-3 content. Whereas Indian salmon also there, it has don't have so much of omega-3 content. In vegetarian source, very less content is there in omega-3. Though the omega-3 is there available, good fats are available, flax seeds, soybean, walnut, mackerel, chia seeds, but very small portion of it will be actually, if you eat so much, then only it will get so much of omega-3. So actually, if you see the fat content in that, it also has a lot of calories. I said, remember, 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 calories. 1 gram of carbs are put in 4 calories. So fat content by per se, it goes for more calories. So that is why be careful about the source, what you are eating in terms of calories, because your one of the other goals is to lose weight, right? Lose fat also. So without compromising on the good quality of the good quality omega-3 fats. That's the reason why people, many places worldwide, they prefer capsule form, good fat. But you should not go for more of omega-6 consumption. You should go for more of omega-3. So omega-6 should be less, omega-3 should be more. Why we should be omega-3? It also has, you can see this, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, metabolic syndrome, IBS, rheumatoid arthritis, as per Dr. Mark Hyman. So it says, these are all very omega-3 helpful for rheumatoid arthritis, IBS, metabolic syndrome, obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease. So, but you have to choose the sources and also be careful about the calories. So omega-3 always should be higher, not omega-6. And we have highest purified form of omega-3 along with EPA and DHA, icanopentanoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid. So it has, very good, not just only omega-3, a very high purified quality, but also along with vitamin E. Why vitamin E? Vitamin E, addition will help you to get more absorption of omega-3 fatty acids. And, males and females, how much required, already given. And for diabetes, we should not have diabetes, right? So low glycemic index food are definitely better. Low glycemic load foods are definitely better. Our shakes are definitely low glycemic index as well as low in glycemic load. And your plate supposed to having different colors, rainbow colors, 6 to 7 colors. Your plate, eating plate, but unfortunately we don't eat it. Okay, we have only 1, 2 colors in the plate. We are phytonutrients also equally important. The plant-based, phyto means plant-based nutrients we require to eat. And particularly in raw kind of food, when you cook any food, when you heat it beyond 30 degrees centigrade, vitamins gets denatured, means vitamins die. So it will not remain when you heat it too much. So in the room temperature, they stay. So that's the reason you have to eat some kind of salads and fruits also. Preferably your plate is supposed to be like this, 6 or 7 colors. Your plate is not like this, right? So that is the reason why you can always go for multivitamin mineral supplement, very high quality supplement. Don't go for cheap quality, go for high quality, because ultimately your health is more important. Also, you can go for not only multivitamin, you can also go for our cell activator, and it's also powerful. It has powerful antioxidants, improve nutrition absorption, vitality, and energy. It also has resveratrol, sometimes alpha lipoic acid is also there. Very, very good antioxidants. Don't eat too much of salt. That's the reason cut down the processed foods, processed meats, and everything. Probiotic has a lot of health benefits nowadays. People are scientists are coming out with so much of research on probiotics. We have the best of probiotic in the name of simply probiotic, and with the probiotic, it has a lot of health benefits. So just to have a look at our probiotics. Fiber also helps in lowering the cholesterol. Particularly fiber, there are two types: soluble fiber, insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber helps in lowering the cholesterol. Insoluble fiber helps you for, removing the constipation. So that's the reason we have both soluble fiber, insoluble fiber in both the forms in terms of our beta heart, and also as we also have it in active fiber complex. So this beta heart has a, claim. It says that, bad cholesterol, it removes the bad cholesterol. How? Because we have a patented product called beta heart, extracted from the beta O to beta glucan. It has a scientifically proven claim that it will reduce the bad cholesterol absorption. It also increases the blood sugar level. Sorry, it helps in stabilizing the blood sugar level. So that's the reason why this beta glucan is very good, because also comes in fiber, also comes under cholesterol part. Both ways it is helpful, and also for slimming and weight management will be helpful and promote the friendly bacteria, meaning it works also works like a probiotic, prebiotic for the probiotic to grow. What is probiotic? What is prebiotic? Probiotic is good bacteria. Prebiotic is the one which will help the good bacteria to grow. The fiber comes under prebiotic. So this also has a prebiotic. I said about beta glucan. It also helps. Beta binds the bile and produce from the cholesterol in the liver and removes it from the body. And beta glucan binds the cholesterol from the food and reduces absorption to the body. Both ways, absorbing from the liver, and bad cholesterol, and also removing from the food also. Number three, beta glucan also binds to saturated fat from the diet and reduces its absorption. Saturated fat is associated with elevated cholesterol levels. You know it. We were discussing about. All these benefits are there in the beta glucan, and try to reduce our tummy, particularly outside. Tummy is coming out bigger, the waistline, short the lifeline. Not at all good. Reduce the tummy. So particularly apple shape, we call our android obesity, is more bad than the gynoid obesity or pear shape obesity. And always have a proper lean belly, right? Maida atta based, like most of the refined flour is not at all good. That's why don't eat a lot of sweets. Cut down as much you can, biscuits and bakery items. Cut down as much you can, samosas and all that. So this active fiber complex actually very, very helpful, because it has the highest form of, concentrated form of fiber, both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber helps in reducing the cholesterol, and good, this one, insoluble fiber helps in removing the constipation, bowel movement. Very helpful for the bowel movement. So it has both. Okay. And also works as a prebiotic, right? So for smart work, this is smart food. Our shakes are smart food. We'll teach you how to do it. And don't have alcohol. Alcohol is always bad. Don't worry. Don't think about alcohol according to us. Some people say like, don't believe all that. Always safe to avoid it. 3 million deaths every year because of alcohol. And every minute, 6 people are dying because of alcohol, as per WHO. So please, 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 alcohol as much you can control or avoid. Smoking also not at all good. Come out of it. It also has, you don't have calories, but it has a lot of bad health benefits, including increasing the cholesterol content. So have proper 8 hours of sleep, good sleep. Okay, restful sleep, very important. Come out of the stress, and don't eat fatty food, particularly fried food. Don't eat fish fry. You can eat fish in other sources, like boiled or grilled or poached or baked, not fried. Though fish is good, right? So not chicken fried, directly maybe boiled chicken or grilled chicken, like that. So don't eat these carbonated drinks, refined sugars, artificial foods, and processed foods. Junk food don't eat. Ours is the best concentrated, nutrition dense food, but in low calories. That's why it's awarded so many times. as a healthy breakfast throughout the world. Okay, and some of our products in Formula One, they got this heart smart logo in some countries. So meaning it's also good for the heart. And Dr. Louis Ignaro, Nobel Prize winner for the year 1998, he discovered one wonderful thing, concept called why heart attack people who develop this heart attack. So they get these heart attacks or heart problems. Why in the night time or early morning, midnight? Why? Because he found out that nitric oxide (NO) is becoming deficient in the night time and early morning. So that is the reason why before going to bed, if you can able to take this nitric oxide precursors, then nitric oxide will produced and it can help you to get a wonderful health on the cardio side. So because you have the risk of this kind of bad fats or cholesterol, triglyceride, then it's a good idea to go for nitric oxide as well. Nitric oxide also has a lot of healthy benefits as well. So please don't eat these kind of cakes and pastries and desserts. Their taste looks tasty. They looks like friend for the tongue, but not friend for the body. They inside they become poison. They are like enemies to the body. Desserts they gain your weight also. Lot of sugars, empty calories we say that. Empty in nutrition, full of calories, frozen fat, saturated fat. Don't want. So these also causes cholesterol. So go for a healthy behavior, avoid the risk factors, and go for healthy exercise, sleep, and stress management. Good for nutrition because your body is like a temple. You have to take extremely good care of it, as per Jim Rohn. Nowadays is there in a lot of youngsters also becoming fat and obese, and we have helped a lot of ladies. They come out of this problem, particularly tummy coming out, even for gents also, pot belly. And we can see the wonderful changes 40, 50 kilos of weight reduction, 40 kilos, 50 kilos, and 60 kilos, 72 kilos of weight loss. Okay, we have these kind of people. So if you are looking for a kind of personalized plan for you on diet, fitness, and lifestyle, please do approach us. What we do is we take photos of each milestone, we keep tracking, scanning, taking measurements, and we conduct through group. We conduct a wonderful, we have a healthy group. So we also should demonstrate, showcase results, and each whoever got the result, we keep on showing. We also conduct fun games in the club, and you can see me there making, helping our clients to get wonderful exercises. And we have different batches, both offline and online. And we also do workout challenges, dance workouts, and we do follow up on customer care. We personalize every person's diet and preferences. So we also give you tasty shakes, and we recognize you on the recognition walls, not just only on the walls, but also we make you to teach, tell your story in front of everyone, your success story, and along with retailing the products. Okay. So we also give some prizes when you lose weight, weight loss challenges, weight loss marathons, all that in recognition of your healthy weight loss, right? Educating on lifestyle habits and creating healthy community is also part of it. And we also teach healthy eating guidelines, healthy dining out tips, and what is active lifestyle, what is passive lifestyle, how to overcome the passive lifestyle and reach the active lifestyle, how to read labels, why is this shopping, and how to eat healthy snacking when you are hungry, and understanding about calories and all that is part of our entire package, right? So if you already Herbalife distributor, if you know Herbalife, already have a coach, please don't contact us. If you don't know anything, if you require a coach, you require somebody experienced like us for working for last 20 years, please do contact us. You can reach out to us through Instagram, Facebook, website, YouTube, email, phone numbers, because our goal is to make the world healthier and happier. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this video, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video to many people so that many people get benefit out of this. Okay, our goal is to making world healthier and happier, making people wellness, wealthy, right? Not just healthy, but also wellness, perfect wellness, and coming out of the medication, coming out of all the problems, risks, and all, and making them much more healthier, making fitter people more fitter. So if you enjoy this video, thank you so much, and please share this video to many people. Thank you for your attention. Wish you all the best. God bless you. Thank you so much. Let us see you. Bye bye.